up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. The International Public Media Conference has wrapped up in Taipei. It featured professionals from stations like the UK's BBC, Japan's NHK, and Taiwan's PTS, which we here at TaiwanPlus are part of. This year, one of the big topics was virtual reality. Yu Jinhuang reports.
Turning their heads up and down, or leaning forward just a little bit, with just a small movement, these virtual reality users can see into a whole new world. The topic here is not for the faint of heart, though, as viewers are transported back to Taiwan's White Terror era, when tens of thousands were imprisoned and even lost their lives due to political repression. This is The Man Who Couldn't Leave, an award-winning work highlighted at this year's International Public TV Conference, Input, being held in Taipei. Director of the film, Xin Chen, says VR changes the storytelling experience.
短短的30分钟，但是让你真的好像1950年代那些前辈们就在你身边，然后你好像可以感觉得到，然后这个是一般影片做不到的，就是一种身体感这样。
Input is also providing VR creators with a chance to discuss the art form. Here, Fish Wang, director of Red Tail, shares how his VR film was brought to life. The work is inspired by his own comic story about a boy chasing a mysterious red fish tail in the sky. And just like any VR work, it's an immersive experience that audiences can only get by putting on a headset. But while people here can all see the potential for virtual reality films, many say it has its limits for now.
VR is a very lonely experience in the way I see it, in contrary to cinema, which is going to a wide audience, and television, even wider audience. That's the thing I think that VR needs to accomplish still in the future.
所以我在研究如何让它可以透过分享，让更多人一起沉浸在这个空间里面。
VR is still in its early stages as an art form, but as more people start creating pieces that take advantage of its strengths, people here believe it will become a powerful storytelling tool. Howard Zhang and Yu Jinhuang for TaiwanPlus.
Art form is also changing to reach a wider audience. In Taipei, the stage has been set for a combination of art and modern technology. Local group Shinehouse Theater has been working to enhance their performances with the help of artificial intelligence. Harrell Hughes reports.
This is a scene from Shinehouse Theater's The Sound of the Tide. If you watch closely, you might notice something special. In this performance, actors and technology are working together. Every line spoken by the actors causes a change in the set's background, and it's all powered by artificial intelligence.
不同的演员他有不同的声线、声纹，去侦测他的音量、音语调等等，那还有语速，那这些都可以转换成这一次剧作相关的一些数位素材的即时影像。
Shinehouse Theater began in Taipei in 2006. The theater group interprets classic literature and social issues through experimental artwork. But this is the first time the performers will combine their acting skills with advanced tech like AI.
未来如何跟整个剧场的元素统整在一起，其实是我们在这一次的初步合作当中，以及未来继续尝试的过程当中很好的第一步。
The group will travel to Europe in June. They'll perform in Prague, Lithuania, and Germany, showcasing their unique blend of AI and performance art for global audiences. Patrick Chen and Harrell Hughes for TaiwanPlus.
A Hong Kong newspaper said it's ending its 40-year partnership with the city's most prominent political cartoonist after receiving government complaints. Our reporter Cindy Chi has the details.
A cartoon lawmaker huddling under an umbrella with his wife. This is 67-year-old Wang Geiguan's final comic strip, published on May 14, and Wang's goodbye to his readers. Wang is better known by his pen name, Junzi. For 40 years, he used his work to defend freedom of expression, challenge the status quo, and satirize Hong Kong and Chinese politics.
即係除咗新聞報導之外， 漫畫其實係記錄一啲嘅社會嗰啲嘅情緒啊，或者啲嘅諗法係一啲即係好 layman 嘅諗法啦，大眾嘅諗法啦嚇，咁啊提出質疑啊咁樣樣。呢個我覺得係健康嘅社會、健康嘅環境之下應該係要做嘅嘢。
Hong Kong newspapers published Wang's satirical cartoons since the early 1980s. But now Ming Bao, the last remaining paper to carry his cartoons, has axed the strip. Before, the pro-democracy newspaper Apple Daily was forced to shut down in 2021. It too carried Wang's work.
今次畫咗嘅漫畫咁，佢係慢慢係針對話畫嘅內容咧同事實不符啊咁。即係呢個當然係佢哋嗰個用嘅方法啦嚇。咁我諗個最大目的就唔係因為我畫過咩漫畫，我相信係個原因都係佢想係將啲意見聲音盡量係收到佢哋能夠係推行嘅任何嘅政策嗰陣時咧，就減少阻力咁。
The removal of Wang's comic strip reportedly comes after multiple complaints from government departments, including the police and security services. After Ming Bao announced it would stop running Wang's cartoon, Hong Kong's chief executive John Lee said the city's government will clamp down on what it considers false or misleading information.
有可以認為政府做得唔啱嘅地方而作出批評嘅，日日都發生緊。不過咧，我係唔會容許必須反對任何一啲失實、偏頗、誤導或者污蔑嘅信息嘅。
Press freedoms in Hong Kong have dropped sharply in recent years, particularly since the implementation of the Beijing-imposed national security law. The law makes certain kinds of speech criminal acts. But despite this, Wang says he has no plans to leave the city and that he will continue to speak out whenever he can. Eason Chen and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
The world is about to experience its hottest year ever in the next 5 years, according to the UN's top climate body. The World Meteorological Organization said the planet is on track to have its hottest year ever for at least one of the next 5 years, and that the planet will likely surpass a major climate change threshold of 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Scientists believe it may cause an irreversible climate breakdown and means the world is failing to make sufficient progress on slashing greenhouse gas emissions.
It's a conclusion that we haven't been able to limit the warming so far, and we are still moving in the wrong direction.
While the warming trend continues, U.S. energy firms are following Taiwan and Japan with new floating solar panel projects. Laurel Stewart has more.
This wastewater plant has two functions: treating water and generating electricity. Floating solar is taking off in the US. It not only produces clean energy, but unlike its ground-based counterpart, it also saves water and land. The idea is simple. Panels are attached to rafts that sit on the water. When placed in reservoirs, the panels stop water from evaporating, a significant perk for drought-stricken areas. Water also keeps the panels cool, which increases their energy output. Chris Bartle, a floating solar company marketing director, says the US is learning from places already making the switch to green energy.
Asia took off pretty quickly. Asia, especially island nations like Japan and Taiwan, were very keen on floating solar because they just didn't have a lot of land for large-scale ground mount solar.
But the projects require significant investment. Bartle says upfront costs are 10 to 15% higher than land solar, and deep water can increase installation costs. Some scientists are also worried that panels could disrupt aquatic wildlife. They say more research is needed. But as land resources and green energy become more scarce, floating solar could be part of the solution. James Lin and Laurel Stewart for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally, we leave you with images of British traveler adventureman's record-breaking trip through 7 world wonders in just 7 days. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.